struggles after the game. Kyrie Irving replied, "I don't think that we go out every single day of our lives and sacrifice the time in order to be average at anything. And we look very average, and we have the talent that the eye test presents that we should be dominating." Shannon, how concerned should the Nets be?
Skip, they should be concerned because they're not improving defensively. And I thought that was going to be a problem. Skip, they're a small team now. They don't really have wing defenders. Yeah, they get some deflections. James Harden does a great job of stealing the ball, getting a lot of deflections. But Skip, they're terrible defensively. As I mentioned earlier, 120 points in 7 straight games. 9 of 10, most in 30 years. That 85, I say, Skip, so you believe that's the norm or that was an anomaly? I believe that's the norm. Now, 85. 85, look, it's hard for me to see. And I'm looking at Skip, when I watch them, it seems like every game they play, somebody gets a career high. I watched Colin Sexton get a career high. I watched Jeremy Grant get a career high. Somebody every single game is getting a career high against this team. Skip, they're not good defensively. They have the firepower to lock you up offensively. And I said, I believe that's how they're going to try to outscore. But they're letting these teams that should no way, Skip, get to 120. And they're getting 120, 130. It's going to come back to bite you. And Steve Nash says, my message was personal pride, connectivity coming together, just resistance. Wow. But Skip, who are you fooling? You played in that D'Antoni system. Y'all never played defense. It's always been in D'Antoni's system, Skip. It's always outscore your opponent.
Yep.
That's why come playoff time, Skip, they get their butts bounced. Because they're going to make you play in the half-court set, and all of a sudden, the easy buckets that you're getting, and you're not getting them. But you can't stop anybody. So they should be concerned, Skip. They should be concerned.
They should only be concerned because the best player on the planet did not play last night because he is another COVID victim.
When he was playing, they're still giving up 120. When he plays, they give up 120.
Well, he's supposed to be back for Friday night, so we'll see what happens after that because you say they're a small team, but if you get that 7-foot monster in there, they don't seem so small to me anymore.
They do, because think about it, Skip, your two guard is 6'2", 6'1", maybe. Kyrie is your two guard.
But your point guard is 6'5", and his name is James Harden, and would you
How
believe...
that defense looking?
Guess what he did last night? Does this qualify as defense? He blocked 5 shots last night. 5 shots? The point guard blocked 5 shots.
Well, how the hell they get 120 points then?
Because they don't show up for teams they think will just roll over and play dead when they walk on the floor. It's that dream team psyche and mentality that they have developed, like, oh, we're the greatest offensive trio ever. Obviously, they were missing one of the 3 last night. But Kyrie and Harden, especially Kyrie, they step on the floor and they think, oh, do you know who we are? Do you know what Detroit did to the Lakers at Staples just a few nights back?
Yeah.
They took them to 2 overtimes.
With AD and Braun.
Yeah, with AD and Braun. They took them to 2 overtimes. How did they do that? Mason Plumlee was guarding LeBron the whole night. What are you doing? And remember, that night they were down. They didn't have Blake Griffin. They didn't have Ellington. And obviously Derrick Rose didn't play because he was about to be traded to the Knicks, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Detroit fights. Dwayne Casey is a really good basketball coach, and he will not let them quit on anybody. So they came out blazing in this game. And what did Kyrie, I watched his whole post-game interview live. What did he also say? He was like, gee, like wide-eyed. He said, every night we play one of these teams, and somebody has a career night against us.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Wake up.
Skip, they like, hold on. We got the Nets. Oh yeah.
Good.
Money. Yes.
But it's also, so they got Kyrie and Harden and KD. Well, let's see what they got.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're going to get the best of everybody.
Get everybody's best.
All right. LeBron gets it every night, right between the eyes.
Yes.
He can say, "Yeah, I know how that feels. I live it." He lives that life.
Yes.
Kyrie has not had to live that life except when he was with LeBron.
Exactly.
Okay.
But he should know how that is, Skip, that you're going to get everybody's best shot.
Okay.
A lot of teams, Skip, are not going to make the playoffs. And if they do, but their playoffs is beating you.
Okay. So what happened in the 4th quarter last night at Detroit? A kid named Sadiq Bey, who was the 19th overall pick in the draft out of Villanova, hasn't done much yet for the Pistons.
No.
But look at these numbers in the 4th quarter. He was allowed to play all 12 minutes because he had the hottest hand.
Yeah, he got
So
going.
guess what he does in the fourth quarter? He goes 6 of 6, including 3 of 3 from 3. He scores 15 points. He has what you would say would be his career night in the fourth quarter, not overall, but I'm sure, you know, has he ever been hotter than that? No, he's never been hotter than that. And Kyrie and Harden, they're just saying, what's he doing?
Yeah.
What got into him tonight?
DeLon Wright's getting to the rim, getting whatever he wants.
Whatever. And then you realize Jeremy Grant.
He bet on himself, Skip. He bet on himself. He says, look, the Nuggets, that's Murray's team. I want my own team.
Okay. He's a good player.
He is.
He's a good player. Denver misses him right now.
Yes.
He had a career high 32 points last night on 11 of 19 from the field and 4 of 8 from the three-point line. It's hard. If those guys are going to do that and all of a sudden Bay is going to come off the bench and go 6 for 6 in the fourth quarter, you're going to be in trouble. And I watched most of the game. I was in and out because I had the Spurs and Golden State on. But I'm looking back and forth, and I kept saying, okay, they'll figure it out. No, they never figured it out because these guys never cooled off.
Skip, and plus, with the exception of Blake Griffin, Skip, this team is young.
Yeah.
They run. They play. I mean, look at the minutes they're playing. And that's what the Lakers are like, hold on. Them jokers got Skip, remember when they went to when the Lakers went to Detroit? In that fourth quarter, they ran the Lakers right up out of the building.
They did.
Them young legs getting up and down the court.
Okay, so what we keep seeing, we see these teams with bad records rise up and have a big game against a good team, right? And it's been a recurring theme in another weird year that is COVID sort of racked. It's just because everything with obviously very few fans in the stands.
Right.
It's everything's a little off rhythm. Right. So these bad teams can have good games. And by the way, the talent in this league, I was watching Sacramento play. It was at home against Philly. Sacramento's got talent.
They do.
Everywhere.
They do. De'Aaron Fox.
God. Oh, he's becoming he's starting to become a superstar.
That joker's so quick, Skip. Hey, I mean.
And that kid Halliburton that they whew, he can play. And Bagley can play, man. They're coming alive.
But Skip, when you look at this team, Skip, you look at Joe Harris as a forward. Okay. Joe Harris probably, what, 6'3", 6'4"? He played the four. I
don't know. He's more 6'5", 6'6".
I mean, Jeff Green.
Yeah, but see, he can just shoot the lights out, and he gets 6 shots and makes 2 of 6 from 3. He needs more shots than that.
Well, Skip,
so Kyrie said, I got this, and guess how many times he shot? 28 times. It won't work unless you got a hot hand.
The thing is, now, people don't remember this, but I remember this. You remember Joe Harris? He played with LeBron in Cleveland.
Yeah.
How many shots, how many threes he was making? You see, with that level of expectations, we got George Hill. George Hill was shooting 60% from 3 when we got it from Sacramento and he got with LeBron. He couldn't make anything. He go to Milwaukee, he can't miss. He go to OKC, he can't miss. Joe Harris playing, he can't miss in Brooklyn.
Well, he won the three-point shootout at All-Star Weekend.
But that pressure, when you see, now the pressure's going to start to come because there's expectations playing with KD, playing with Kyrie and James Harden. So when that ball gets swung.
Joe Harris should get every shot he's ever dreamed of getting. He should.
Easy. He should shoot 50% because he's getting wide open. Because you gotta come double KD and James Harden.
You ready to write this group off?
I ain't gonna ready to write them off, but it's gonna be a struggle, Skip, because people believe that they can. It's the same thing with the Clippers. Teams say we can get to the basket on this guy. They can't stay in front of us.
We'll see.
Oh, conga line. They got that conga line go to.
We'll see when they get the other MVP candidate, Paul George, back.
Oh, Lord. Hold on. Y'all thinking about getting up? What about Pat Bell?
Well, let's get him back. Let's see.
They tried to get him up out of there.
There's some rumors about it, and we got to get Lou Williams back on track.
Whoa.
I don't know what happened.
I thought it was all Trez. You say once they got Trez out the building, everything was going to be okay.
They have clearly been much happier and better coached, and I'm a big Doc fan.
But how's the record? The record is not indicative of that.
Okay, well, they don't have Paul George for a while. And Pat Bev. And Pat Bev, he may not be the point guard, but he defends point guards at the highest level.
Who he defending? Luka was cooking.
LeBron James.
Dave Lillard give him work. Stop that. Don't do that, Skip.
They don't cook him. They do not cook him.
Cook him.
Yeah.
Dame Dollar put him in the blender every time.
I once saw him block LeBron's shot on a Christmas Day game at the end of the game, a three-pointer to win the game. And he blocked it up out of his hands, off the top of his head, out of bounds to win the game.
And they hung a banner for that, right?
Yep.
Did you see those big old... We got a really good team, and we had a really big ring.
Yep.
And a really big ring ceremony.
And
that y'all watch.
It was made of cubic zirconia.
Don't do that, Skip. Don't do that. So, hold on.
Yep.
So, Tom Brady's Super Bowl ring going to be of cubic zirconia because it was COVID.
COVID? No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
It was
COVID.
full strength. Nobody had to stay in any bubbles.
Yeah, no.
They got to.
No.
Kansas City got to sleep in its own beds all week.
You were down 4 offensive linemen. Kansas City was down 4 offensive linemen.
Yeah, it happens.
Osimile, Fisher,
Yep.
Swartz,
Yep.
Duvernay.
Yeah. The Bucs were down both starting safeties and Aaron Rodgers for the whole second half. And Aaron couldn't cash in on that.
So in other words, the most important position is quarterback. The most important thing you can do is protect the quarterback.
Yep.
And you talk about safety.
Tom Brady was down his starting right guard for the Super Bowl. He lost him. Well, he did.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I'm proud of myself.
I don't know
You ought to be ashamed. They's like, hold on, we got the Nets?
Good.
Money,
Good.
yes.
But it's also, so they got